Okay, we're here for match number 4 in round 1, our last round 1 match. Last week, we had Adam Weber and John Mones facing off. Adam Weber took it 6 frames to 4 in a relatively close match. So it's been good so far.
This week, we have our number 9 seed, Tim Wiseman, taking on our number 10 seed, Brad Tytgat. Both these players come from Edmonton. They played together on teams, and they've played against each other many times. So it's going to be a really interesting match, and looking forward to seeing who comes out on top.
Yeah, we'll see. Bradley's going to bring the intensity, I'm sure. And
yeah, we might see a few fist pumps.
Yeah.
Everybody getting into it.
Tim's a little more subdued, but yeah, it should be exciting.
Katie, you played a lot of YBC. How important is YBC as a program for the youth?
Oh, I think it's invaluable. The programs that we have in Canada, and even I can only speak to mostly Western Canada, but we have some of the best coaches that just start feeding the program, and without that YBC program, we would never have events like this.
Yeah.
It gives them that groundwork and that base to be able to come and play these adult tournaments, and gives them the confidence coming in. So
good point.
Oh, good shot. We've had discussions. I mean, we did a little coaching clinic, but
right.
That
right.
didn't fly apparently with some of the ethics and the coaching regulations and things like that. So there might be like a pro-am down the road or something like that.
And I think we had a podcast not that long ago where we were highlighting some of the youth that were coming out of the Four Steps Nationals, and the talent that's in this country would absolutely be able to fill a pro-am with the youth.
Oh, yeah.
Oh. So an early misstep for Tim.
The right corner is this?
Right corner. Usually 76%. It's not his best one. Lefts are definitely a little bit higher. But generally speaking, at this, when the stakes are this high, you're not going to see him miss corners like that very often.
Yeah.
So Mark here will take frame 1 for Brad.
And like I said before, this is the last match in the first round.
Of the first round, yeah. So we'll be bringing the seeded bowlers in the next weeks to come.
Yeah, and then bumping up the cash.
There we go.
Basically $50 increments per round, and then the finals be 200.
So if Brad throws a strike here, is there going to be a little emotion first ball?
Yeah, you did last time, I think.
Oh,
there we go.
There it is.
There you go.
See, for me, like, I get fired up, but it takes me like a couple to get going,
I can't get fired up frame 1 like that.
Well, you know, it's something you can't fake.
No.
Right?
No, yeah. It either comes or it doesn't.
It's you've either got it and you're going to do it. You can't go up there saying, okay, if I'm going to get this strike, I'm going to do that. It just, generally, you won't throw the strike if that happens because you're...
Yeah.
I've been there, done that.
Oh, yeah.
And it's also one of those things that I don't think he has the ability to hold it in. Like, if he's feeling it, he's going to run it out 4 lanes.
Right.
It's like playing a team event. I'm like, oh, no, get a strike, go high five all the guys.
Yeah.
Well, you ain't getting a strike.
Yeah.
Yes.
You're thinking that while you're standing up there.
Exactly.
You know, but you let all that emotion go and adrenaline's pumping, and then you come back and then you got to all dial it down and get ready for the next shot.
That's the key to...
There we go.
There we go.
Being pumped up and aggressive, that's the key, is to be able to tone it back down.
Yeah.
Sometimes you see some of the younger guys that go too high and they can't control that.
Yeah.
Right? Or they waste too much energy doing it too. I mean,
Yeah.
you're not going to do that here, but energy-wise anyway.
Yeah, it's tough to do on a Sunday when you're coming into match play and you've got to bowl possibly 25 games, right?
With big breaks in between, too.
With breaks
That's
in
hard
between,
to keep that intensity up, but not let it, like, really mess with.
You take a break, you need a nap.
Yeah.
At this point in time in my life, I find I need a lot of naps.
I hear you.
Katie doesn't know anything about that yet.
Oh, I'm a teacher on summer break. I take lots of naps. All right, so Brad's going to have an early lead. Two frames already. $100 in his pocket.
Need to go up in that third frame for the strike. give it a little back.
We've seen this in the first couple matches, though. Someone goes up a few frames to nothing at the beginning, and then it kind of flips back to either even or the other way.
You're right. Every week we've had somebody come out of the gate hot and then slows down a little bit. And
a few carryover frames go the other way, and now we have a game again. So it's definitely not over.
Oh, and it's certainly within Tim to start running strikes.
Yeah, he's got a pretty good strike percentage, 62%.
Right.
One of the highest.
I think that was second to Derek Gall, wasn't it?
Him and the third by less than a percentage.
Okay.
Yeah, Derek has the highest.
Oh, just gets the push over.
See, it what giveth will taketh away, and vice versa.
That's right.
He gave it back to him. Still threw a good shot, though. So those are the ones that should go.
Yeah. Shouldn't have been as slow as it was.
Tim's got a little fan there.
Brad's one of the people that will play with his game a lot more, and he makes a lot of changes. He'll go 3-step, 4-step. He'll throw from the side. He'll throw up the gut. He'll turn his hand one way. But he's able to get away with that.
Oh, he knew it was bad right out of the pan.
Yep.
Right,
I heard the nope.
Yeah.
That's a relief for like Tim. It's like, okay, I got my first
Yeah.
frame. All right.
Now I'm only down 1. There's still
Yeah.
7 to play. There's lots of game left.
Just threw a good shot.
And the mindset between being down.
Whoa.
Ooh,
That was
that was
interesting.
a nice little spare.
I'm
That
not
was
sure.
a nifty little
I'm not
replay
sure he
there.
hit that with the pin. I think the string might have taken that, right?
Yeah, I want to
but
have a look at that
Yeah.
one.
yeah, because it just flew over there. That's a bit of a break because the 3-pin spare percentage is not generally high, right?
No.
I don't know if you're 30%, that would be a big percentage.
True.
Right?
We don't
But,
have that on our
We don't
list
have
here.
that stat.
no.
But that's great for him. If it comes down to that needing the pinfall,
Yeah.
that 3-pin spare
Yeah.
could be a make or break.
Yeah, not so good for Timmy.
No. But I have to say, for me, like the mindset difference between being down 3 frames to none versus 2 to 1 is massive. So like that's just going to increase the confidence for Tim going into the next frame.
Oh,
And it goes.
it goes. Late faller. See a replay on that one,
That's
too.
not fair when you talk to the pins and they listen.
Yeah.
Right?
If it was Tim, I would say he paid somebody back there.
Yeah,
but
that's
Bradley.
right.
Brad willed that pin over. Stared it down until it fell.
You know you got lots on the ball when you hit that thick and they carry and you get that pull, right? It's
I love that noise, the crack.
yeah.
Yeah.
They used to really crack in the days when the pins were made of wood.
Yeah. That would have been. Yeah.
Just laid it down a little bit.
Yeah. Both head pins are the same.
Again, just like last week with John's match, right? He punched early in the 3rd and the 5th, right? And it kills momentum, it kills score.
I'm assuming it might change your mind a little bit too. Now you're like, oh, I'm punching. I got to get off the head pin.
I got to make an adjustment.
Yeah.
Because we don't got a lot of time here. So.
No, and in a one game match, it's not a lot of time to work out.
No.
If you're running into problems, you got to figure it out in the next ball.
Yeah. I'm sure these guys have played each other in some of these tournaments. I don't know of any.
I don't know where the matchups would be. I'm sure at some of the cash tournaments they have had matchups together. They've never played each other in tour finals.
No.
And maybe that's something we could get Kerry to look into because he's not busy doing enough stats. And that's, hey, what are 3-pin percentages? Or these guys that have played each other before.
Even Blair can help out with some of those numbers.
Oh, yeah.
Do a few things. And
how good is Blair at what he does, eh?
he did some of our numbers here.
Oh, yeah, he's so good.
The percentages, the corner spares, and all that. That's JB Rainsberger.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. Yeah, he's been working.
Inputting all of the cash
data
tournaments.
from all the cash tournaments. So it's like quite an extensive project. But we're starting to get some hard data now.
Yeah, it's nice to see. It's fun to look at after a tournament where you're like, oh, I didn't play well. But when you look at the numbers, you're like, okay, well, there were some positives in this.
Yeah.
Well, the way I look at it too is like, okay, left corner spare, right corner spare. What's the actual number? Is that something I need to work on,
Yeah.
or I'm actually doing better than I thought, and I actually need to work on the right, not
Right.
the left,
Right.
or whatever, right?
Well, and we even ran into that. I was talking to someone the other day. He goes, this is my best corner. I love this corner. And then when we looked at the stats, it was like 40%. And I'm like, huh, that's your best corner, hey?
You gotta be careful with stats and numbers though, because it can really get in your head. You know, you're up there and you can throw a really good ball and you get burned and you get left court and you say, oh man, this is my weak corner. I'm only 75% on this corner, right? And
you're cracking open my brain right now. Like, why am I looking at all these numbers?
Yeah.
So that's fair for Brad. He did not win the frame. Tim takes another one. 3-2 for Brad so far, halfway.
Yeah, Brad's got a 60-point lead, but one frame.
Only one frame, right?
Tim will need to capitalize on that strike to get pinfall back within striking distance.
It's so hard not to get ahead of yourself, too.
It is.
One ball. Every ball.
And you push to get to that magical number of 6, right? To win that 6th frame.
They're kind of just switching places here. One started out with strikes and the other was punching, and now they're...
That ball just didn't seem to have the pep, the speed that the other balls did. I mean, it's not like he threw it bad. He had good balance, good roll, but it just didn't seem to have the finish at the end. I see Brad's using a nice, easy 3-step approach today. Like I said, he's got many different ways he'll choose to throw the ball, but he looks comfortable. He's well balanced. Balance is so important when you get to the foul line, that you can release the ball and let your hand go to where it's supposed to. Falling all over the place.
He probably, though, is one of the best off-balance bowlers I've ever seen. I've seen him throw some massive big shots where he's falling over at
Well, when he gets pumped and gets all that adrenaline going, yeah.
100%.
The legs is big. Like, I've actually been trying to focus on the legs a lot more.
Big shot, Timmy.
Yeah. So all your power comes from that.
Well, and you know, and that's so true. And so many people, I talk with so many people, and I say, well, doesn't your hand get sore? And what about your arms or maybe your back?
It's the legs.
It's your legs. Your legs are so important in this game, right?
And you're standing for 12 hours a day some days. And
Yeah.
Derek Gall's come out to coach me a couple times, and I'll be like, well, Derek, my arm. And he's like, doesn't matter, your legs.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, but what about, it's your legs.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
Yeah, if you're not bending your knee.
Yeah,
Always
drive
the
out
legs.
over that knee over on this lane, and you'll
So
be fine.
important.
Doesn't matter what your arm does. It'll follow.
I agree.
So just like that with that double, tie game.
Yep. And he throws another strike, and he's
And pinfall's right there.
right there, yep.
These are the fun ones to watch, where they're close.
Maybe not much for them, but
Yeah.
for us it's great.
For us, it's great.
Unless you're winning a close one.
Yeah,
That's always a good
true.
reward. Little kick back there. Extra deuce, you never know.
Getting a little bit of a head pin slugfest here.
It's like alternating. We've seen that a few times though, like the guy that's down and catches up. As soon as he catches up, nail punch.
Yeah. Yeah, that was exactly kind of what happened in a few of the matches, actually.
Yeah.
It's those
Just
head
got
pins that
to
are
that.
just the one thing that stopped the match.
Do you think it's like you're in it, and then you're like, okay, now I'm in it.
Yeah.
Now I
like
can take the lead. And you press just a little bit.
Yeah, I think you're trying just that little extra harder just because you finally got back in it.
Right.
Yeah, because it's a different state of mind, isn't it? When you're chasing and you're trying to catch them, and then you catch them, and then it's like, okay,
Now I can take the lead.
I can take the lead,
Yeah.
exactly.
It does change your mindset a little bit. It looked like he took a little extra second there. An extra breath before getting on the lane. And he punches.
Yeah. Brad's definitely slowing it down a little bit from the start of the match. You can see it in the ball speed and the way his arms not quite snapping through. Right?
Yeah, I could tell it was like everything was slower there.
Yeah. Oh,
we might have gifted him one.
yeah.
He's got to clean it up somehow.
Right.
This is a low percentage one.
So Tim's going to take that frame.
Wow. Timmy's punched 3 of the first 7, and he's ahead 4-3.
Yeah.
So
But
Bradley's got to shake that off and just.
Bradley's still got 25 pins and pinfall on him, though, so right.
Yeah.
The tie factor is still in Brad's favor.
There's a frame that is one with under 15.
There is, and it wasn't carried.
Yeah.
Add to that stat.
Okay, we'll see if Brad can just be a little more aggressive on his follow through here.
Oh.
He lost that ball at the bottom of his swing. You could hear it hit the lane.
Yeah. Pressing a little bit.
See if you can spare it again. He had the 3-pin
Yeah,
spare
he
last
did.
time, so.
And this is unfortunately because Brad thinks so much, right? It can sometimes be a deterrent to him if he starts to struggle a little bit.
Yeah, his brain is always going.
That's always going, yeah.
Getting a
He
little
thinks as much
frustrated.
as anybody that I know in this game.
Exactly where she just takes. Ooh, 8. It's not over. He's still in the match.
He's
You
still
just
in the
gotta-
match, yeah.
you gotta
He'll be
forget
coming
about
off, taking a little reset. He's going to have a little timeout.
There will be a big self-talk going on down there. This should be 5-3 for Timmy.
Yeah.
You know.
that. Unless you get shot or
Oh,
something. Ooh.
He pitches out left.
Yeah. You could hear that ball hit the lane too. Usually he gets the ball out in front of him pretty good, but that was kind of down beside his foot and then just a push across his body.
It's tough. It's tough just being up there,
It is.
standing out there on your own.
The cameras, the lights, the crowd in the bleachers.
That didn't even look like he threw
No,
it yet.
no.
He's letting
But-
it go at the bottom.
Yeah, it's right
But
down
it
at
is
the bottom.
enough to win the frame.
It
So
is.
He will
Yeah.
go up 5 frames to 3.
He's up 5-3, but Brad's still ahead in pinfall.
Brad's still ahead in pinball, so he's going to need to win one more at this point.
You know, everybody that knows me knows I love aggressive bowling, right? I'd rather see a person miss a shot by being over-aggressive than by being tentative. And this is a type of a situation where people digress because they want to maybe try to throw the ball perfectly. Trust your shot, trust your ability. Get out there and you don't have to run at it, but be aggressive, right?
Yeah, you
And just
gotta
know your game.
Yeah.
Like, realistically, when you look at these two bowlers, two of the best in Canada, and
Right.
we don't have anyone over 200 in the 8th frame.
Yeah.
That's not something I would normally expect.
No.
from-
No, and the leader's got 154,
Yeah.
right? It's totally backwards.
Yeah. But that's what makes this format so entertaining, is that
100%.
you don't have to throw a 300 to win necessarily.
See, that was a really good ball. Ball was out in the lane out in front of him and had some good zip to it. He looked 100% better in those last 2 frames.
That's kind of why we did this format too. We wanted to try every event that we have.
Yeah.
It's got a little bit of a different
Right.
format, so that's kind of why we wanted to.
Well,
go
and this puts the pressure on every frame, not just what you have at the end of the game, right? But Bradley's got to have this now, right? He's up 5, and 5-3, and he's thrown the strike.
Oh,
Wow. That's just hard to believe.
Just lost it a little bit.
Yeah, this is a bowler that was an all-star at national championships 7 weeks ago in Newfoundland. He averaged, I think it was 283 for 21 games.
Yeah, men's team gold.
Yep.
Yeah, honestly, it could be like he's feeling sweating a little bit.
Yeah.
His hands are maybe getting a little.
Yeah.
It seems to me like he's dropping on the bottom of his shot a little bit.
He
And
certainly
he was
has.
off to a great start, 143 and 5.
Yep.
Like he was off to a really good start, and then
Yeah.
just that head pin, and that just
he
kind of
goes,
kills
yeah.
momentum.
See the difference in that ball?
Yeah.
That was almost I don't care ball, but look at how well he threw that. He was aggressive. The ball was out in front of him.
He's looking to take frame 10. Another great shot.
It's amazing. Like all these matches have been 6-4, 5-5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the scores have been so different, right? I mean, they're good bowlers. You don't really expect somebody to walk away 9-1, 8-2, right? Because they're all good bowlers. But the scoring, as far as I can see, is down, is a little low, right?
Yeah, really the only way you're looking at someone taking like an 8-2 is if there's a big run for both of them at the start and the carryover frame goes one way or the other.
Yeah.
So this is
Or Dexter starts with a 10-bagger.
Dexter starts with a 10-bagger and Taylor Michelle starts with 9.
So Tim's going to win here, probably 6-4. He could tie this frame,
Yeah.
but he's going to lose. He's going to lose total.
Yes, he will. He's only got 244 there.
Yep.
Just depends when you get him.
Yeah.
I'm sure Brad was looking at that eighth frame there.
Oh, yeah.
He punched twice in a row. He tried to change something.
And you know
right?
what? He's looking at going, punches happen, but the 3-pin miss, that's what he's going to be
Yeah.
thinking about.
Yeah. No, he'll beat himself up for this for quite a while, I'm sure, because that's the way Brad is. But he'll be back throwing punches again next time. He's just so competitive.
Okay, so Tim Wiseman with 227 and 6 frames. He has takes the match over Bradley Tytgat 247 and 4 frames. So he wins with by frames, not by scores. That's the name of this game.
That's the way
Doesn't
it
happen
works.
often, but it does happen.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, and here we are with the winner of the last match of round 1, Tim Wiseman. You squeaked it out. It wasn't the pretty and finesse one, but at the end of the day, you got the job done. You're moving on to the second round. Tell us how you feel.
Well, you know, I feel I got a little lucky up there. I was talking to you, like, Brad starts off with a double. I need to win frame 3, and then I threw a double in there, win 2 more frames. And I looked at it. Brad was missing the deuce every time, so I was like, I knew if I get a punch, clean it up, that would happen. And then the 8th frame happened, and it was just it meant a little mental collapse by Brad, which is unprecedented. Usually, he's never like that. I got a little lucky. That's all.
Yeah, and then obviously you finished your 7th frame first.
Right.
You get the head pin kickback 2, so you got 12. You cherry, and then you cherry again for a 13 count.
Right.
You're thinking you're not likely going to win that frame.
No, especially when I cherry the 3.
Brad gets up, he punches in 8 and 7 as well, and then hits a 2-pin, so you know you won that match. Then, of course, he's probably off a little bit, comes up, misses, that's when he rips a 3-pin in the 8. Confidence for you going back, I just got to throw a good shot. You can settle in, and you threw good shots there.
Yeah.
Well, 8, you got done with a 15 count. And then in 9, you throw a couple again.
I think 8 and 9 were key, right? And
So what's going to be the key to sort of, in a way, I guess, forget about the way you shot that game? Or is there some things in this match that you're going to remember that, hey, I can use this going forward?
14, I was pushing a little bit. I made an adjustment there, threw a strike, and made that double. And on 13, I ended up, for some strange reason, I put it on the same spot I shouldn't have been standing, right? And so I think I have the right spot. I just have to have the right tempo, right? And then obviously adrenaline's running, and you try to just calm down a little bit, I'll be fine,
Yeah, well, it's certainly nice. I mean, you got yourself through the first round. You're into round 2. We'll catch up before that match. So congratulations. Best of luck going forward, bud.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, good job.
Okay, that concludes our round 1. That was match 4. Our winner was Tim Wiseman, 6 frames to 4. He actually had a lower score, so it's all about how the pins and the frames.
Frames work out.
Yeah. So he takes the match from Bradley Tytgat.
Next week, we go into round 2 with our first seed, Len Anseth, taking on Mitch Davies, who beat Dexter Wiseman in the first round.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how the number 1 seed comes out here, and it should be a quick match.
That's true.
Yeah. All right, good luck.